Well, hello model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Muddler. My name is Rel. And this week I decided to get back on one of my really old projects. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, towards the end of 2021, I pulled this kit out of my stash and showed it as one of my, from the stash projects and installed projects. As, you know, I bought this kit when it was new and I started it back then, but I was very intimidated by it and a lot of things. So I ended up just tossing it back in the box, playing with it, trying to figure out what I was going to do. I did a whole video on all of that, but that was back in 1996. So this is my oldest work in process that I started and haven't finished. So very cool vehicle, and it's been a very long time since I've actually seen one of these first gen Vipers or an RT10. Haven't seen one in a really long time, but I knew back then exactly what colors I wanted to paint this one, as there was one coming by the car shows quite frequently when it was new, and it was the dark emerald green with brown interior, the tan and black interior. And I just thought that thing was awesome. And I had, barely bought the kit back then. So I knew, when I saw that one, that's what I wanted to build, was that one. This yellow one is very striking on the cover, and I wanted to do it. So I pulled this kit out, as being that I knew I was going to paint it a certain color. I decided to dig it out, start really going over all of the parts I have, which, if you remember, I had 2 kits worth of stuff. Here's my original chassis that I started back then, just a refresher. So this is the chassis I started back then. It was all brush painted. Wheels and tires look like they're all in the right directions and everything. And but this is all glued together, but it's all pretty much brush painted and hand painted. And but again, this was almost 30 years ago now. So, but some of the things just don't quite fit right. Some of the things don't line up, like the wheels don't really line up, and just some stuff that go along with it. Now, that was me building back then, and this kit is kind of weird about that anyway, because even my new one is the same kind of stuff, although I had some paint peeling off in spots. Since I want to do brown interior, I got to paint this carpet area brown and the sides here brown, so I've got to do that. But I started touching up where the paint had peeled off and scratched off, and re-gluing some of the parts that popped off. So this one's getting a little bit of work too, but I don't want to start all over again, because I basically had picked up a whole nother kit, and you can see these wheels kind of do it too, but they're a little bit more even. But made sure these were in the same rotation. One of them was on backwards, but the wheels are orientated properly. So, but just kind of went over this, and I'll touch up some of these areas that need some touching up. But there's a few more areas, but some of them you can't see. They're just scratches from putting it on and off. Not going to be my best work, but it's mainly just get this thing finished and enjoy it. But I had lost some of the headlights and stuff, so I went completely inventoried everything I had. Here's all the body stuff and the shocks and some of the stuff I had done back then. So, and just going through it. And in this bag, a lot of lenses, and I got some clear ones off of the later GTS one, and the smoked ones that the 95 had. I had lost some of these lenses, which is why I ended up picking up a whole nother kit. Picked up a second kit and ended up starting it all over again, and got all of these parts in here. So, well, most of this I did back then. Now, I did do some primer and some body work. I was doing that this weekend. So, a little bit of touch-ups on the chassis. We'll put this back in the bag. But I virtually have 2 complete cars now because of all of this stuff. But put all that away, extra glass. So, I started the body work again. This was the molded in yellow one, which you can see some of the yellow poking through. So I attached this, attached the mirrors, sanded the body lines off of it, getting the emblems kind of ready too. So this thing's ready for another layer of primer. Just need to do a little body work right here where the glue joints are a little bit visible, so I need to clean them up just a little bit more. and a few of the mold lines that are on the mirrors. Clean them up as well, but they're there. You can see this one on the inside here. But and this thing's going to be emerald green, as I mentioned before. But looking at reference pictures, I haven't looked at Viper pictures in a long time. I got another little piece right here I got to sand. But most, good chunk of the interior is black. Down in it's brown. The top of the dash is black. Gauges are white. So just kind of looking that stuff over. So, and then got the front bumper primed and ready. Some of this is going to be ready for like the turnstile amber, the emblem, but it's primed. This is almost ready for paint. So, and then a couple of hoods. Now this hood has the stands for it. So I find those interesting, and it's posable. They don't work. So you can have this glued in the up position or down position. But since I have two complete kits, I decided I would get one ready in the up position and the other one ready in the down position. So you just put the hood on, because it just lays in place. So hopefully everything fits right, because a lot of reviews on this thing is a little hard to build, but I think you pay close attention to where everything goes and glue everything down carefully. Hopefully everything squares up real nice. So that's what I'm hoping for on this. So got some work done to both of these, and then last was the rear bumper part, which is separate, but it's got the molded in Viper and Dodge, but those are painted body color. So I got those ready, and I did do some filler work here because there's a whole piece that glues in here. You can see it on this side, glues in there, and there's a lot of putty and body work and stuff to do there. And so I did that to this. So that's looking really good. So pretty happy with that. But, being that when you put this thing together, you've literally got 4 chunks of the body to glue together, get everything all aligned. And that was one of the things when I realized all of that, because you glue this in place right here, and get everything lined up and get the headlights lined up. And then as long as the headlights are square, the hood should lay on there square. So, or you can just use the hood in the up position, but it's already kind of snug and where it fits now. So a little concerned with it, but got to figure out where exactly that goes and what it's rubbing on. So I might have to sand some of this, because these inner fenders glue in and they kind of don't really seem to sit square or tell you exactly where they need to go, and the headlights mount to them. So a little concerned about some of that stuff, but get this all lined up. Gives me an idea of what it's going to look like. But leave it in primer and figure all of that stuff out. But I figured I would, while I'm playing with it, because there's another one that I'm doing in this same green. I just chose another project. So I'm like, while I'm at it and doing, body work on that one, I'll do both of them, since I'm doing the same color on both of them. So that's what kind of made me decide, I haven't looked at this in a while. Let's pull it out of the stash, look it over, see what we think of it, and just kind of get moving again. Sitting in the box isn't going to change anything. So if I get a little ambitious and start on it a little bit, detail paint some of this stuff later and fit everything, but following the directions really closely on what order this stuff should be done. But the reviews on this kit are, so-so as far as getting it all to fit. But I'll get the interior painted, fitted, get that in there. That'll help me find out exactly where this goes in place. And then, the bumper pretty much just hangs off the back here. So as long as all of that lines up, but you got to be careful, and you got to glue it all. So it seems like it's a real puzzle on this one. But anyways, been playing with this one and getting some work done on it. So I spent, a good chunk of the weekend playing with this one and another one. So I'll show you that one in a later video also. Just kind of an update, playing with 3 or 4. But I did get some time on the desk. But, since I was doing some body work to the hoods, I was working on this one as well. So I figured I'd share that with you guys, give you an update on a project that's long stalled, and I shared on the channel a few years back. So yeah, getting it on the bench, play with it a little bit, and we'll see how much farther it goes, because you know, doing the paint and body work on this one and doing the same color combination on the other car. So, you know, kind of work and bounce back and forth on them. I'll shake my camera there a little bit on you guys. Hope I didn't get you sick. You know, as it is, I had a filming incident where this decided to pull out and won't hold my phone anymore for filming outside. I want to do some of that stuff. So I got a different mount in here. So, you know, I got to get another one of these. But anyway, different subject, little sidebar there. But you guys, thank you for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments and everything. I really do appreciate it, you guys. And you have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you next time.